Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike, and today is the first of their January of their year. Yeah, so I'd like to welcome you all back today. We're going to be talking about hate again, and I really want to explain the difference between the hate that we experience and the hate that we need in order to survive this wicked system. Now, we know that we are a set apart people. That's one thing we do know. That's not like that we need to go back and forth, try to reinvent that wheel. But being set apart, there's some hate that goes with that. The Most High said, you must love the things I love and hate the things that I hate. And the Most High also stated that if you love the world, the love of the Father is not in you. So now let's not get it twisted. There is a measure of hate that we must maintain, being Israel. With this awakening, this is what we will have to do. Yes, we're awakening up, but there's some adoption that we have adopted from our captivity. And so now we have to make a free will choice of what we're going to hate and what we're going to dislike and things of that nature. But we must choose it wisely. We must choose that wisely off the top. Now, you can love this world all you want, but the Most High also said, you will die with this world if you love this world. It's not of his doings. It's not of his doings. This is of Hashatan. Everything that is about him is that opposite of the Most High. Period. That's what that is. And so, if you look at it, see some. Hold on, just one. Shalom, PKD. Shalom. But if you look at it, and we let me turn this thing down. Hold on just for a moment. Oh yeah. Okay. But this hate that we are encouraged to maintain, that's that hate that we're going to need to survive this system, to survive this world. Now, if we do not maintain that hate for this world, and at the same time have a reliance on the Most High, because this is what the Most High is telling us this. He's saying, if living in this world, he's starting to wake us up. Along with that awakening, there's some needed things that we have to do along with this awakening. We just can't. I mean, I can't say we just can't. With this awakening, because the Most High even said it, that he has spoiled his own people, his inheritance. So we have to start to recognize some things about the world in which we live in. And that's just not speaking about African Americans. You're talking about the brothers and sisters that, their boats or their forefathers landed somewhere in the southern South America, Mexico, things of that nature. Wherever we are at, we still up under that mandate to separate ourselves from this world. Period. That's how the Most High laid it down. He said the world, because we are all on the four corners of this earth. So no matter where we are at, we are under mandate to hate this world. And we should be eating it truthfully, brothers and sisters. You would think that should be easy for us to do, because we was hated by the world. Well, and it was. We are still hated by the world. So now, this world is hating you. And the Most High said, you must hate this world. Hey, how many of you are loving the persecution, loving the hate that's coming from the world? And I'm quite sure none of you, none of us. The struggle is real. It's real for us. And see, the world cannot understand how we feel because they are not in our predicament. They are not in our world. But along with this awakening, now that's something totally different now. It's totally different. We are seeing, we are witnessing what we should be doing. Now, when it comes to that, when the Most High was talking about the hate between his brothers and sisters, no, he gave a mandate for that too. He gave a mandate. You must not hate your brother. He knows the strength of hate. The system to which we are captive to, it hates us. And we hate the system that we're in. There's a lot of hate to be going around. But this hate here is a set apart hate that we should be maintaining. That we really should be, it should be like a part of you. And this hate is not to say, hey, you want, that you hate these people like here and you just really want to just do them bad. No. It is a hatred because this system is not of Yah. When you can take what the system can take, the system can take, let me see, how can I put this? Because, YouTube strikes you for everything. What's the word I can use? You can take, the world can take and say, oh, it's okay. Jane, it's okay. You can marry Janet. That's the world in which we live in. But that's that type of world. The Most High said you must hate. That's what he said. This is the world you must hate. Have no dealings with it. You're supposed to be set apart. But the Most High is opening up that door for us to, hey, start making decisions. Start using your free will. Your free will to do his will, to live by his standards. I was going through the book of Revelation. I came to chapter 10, and there was one verse that said, no, in essence, what it was saying, no more delays. Brothers and sisters, there are no more delays. We're witnessing the rise of Israel. The Most High said, I will speed it up in its own due time. That speeding up started to take place with the rise of Israel, the dry bones. And that dry bones, they started gaining strength. They started getting their voices. They started dismissing the teachings of Christendom, Islam. I never forget when I was a child, when they're going through the book of Revelation, they was talking about all these different beasts and, and what they represented and everything. Brothers and sisters, I literally had to just what's the word you would do? You have to not necessarily delete it. It's a technical word that they use, but it amounts to you ripping everything out that was taught to you from a religious standpoint, and you're gonna have to get that understanding from the Most High. That's what you're gonna have to do, because he's the only one who's going to teach you, teach us, that is, because what we have learned in Christendom does not match up with what the scriptures are saying. Now, the scriptures do speak about an abyss opening up, and then there were all these type of creatures coming out and things of that nature. Yes, brothers and sisters, we got to take on a whole different meaning with that. Is that literal? Because the world took everything about us and made it spiritual. Shalom, brother Robert. Glad you made you two were able to make it in. They went in and made it spiritual. I'm gonna give you another example. In in order for the world to believe that Israel is no longer Yah's people, they came up with this here. Oh, that scripture is talking about spiritual Israel. This is how deep the world would go, just to make sure that you lose faith, not have faith, and do not believe that the Most High is dealing with His people. This is what the world is doing. This is what the world is trying to teach. Well, I ain't gonna say trying to teach. This is what the world has taught, because the scripture also stated that Sashatan has misled the entire inhabited earth. To which he did just that. He misled a lot of us. I mean, I'm not even talking about the rest of the world. The most important people out of all of this is you, Israel. That's the most important part of the people, is you. Israel was given that little scroll, and the angel told him to eat it. He said, in your mouth it's going to be sweet, but once it hit your belly, it's going to be made bitter. Now, you know what? Well, then this is what I did, brothers and sisters. I looked that up. I'm like, what are they talking about, a bitter stomach? I mean, I never understood it. So I just looked it up. It was talking about like a bitter stomach equates to acid reflux. And you know, when you eat and that stuff come up, oh, it's like a sour taste. Oh, like, oh my goodness. And it kind of like stings when it kind of burns when it's coming back up. And that's how I understood it. Now, that scripture makes a whole lot more sense, because I had to get an understanding of a bitter stomach. But when we start talking about who we are, we're on 10. We are on 10. We are so happy that we kind of find out that we are those people of the scriptures that the Most High was talking about. Now, we don't have to run out here trying to be like the nation, when the nation should be trying to be like you. That's what we came to realize. And when we start to realize that the hate or the reflux, it becomes intense now. But at the same time, it becomes more intense with Israel also too. Now, let's not get that. Let's not misunderstand that. Now, with this awakening, there are some good things we have experienced, and there are some bad things we have experienced. And you can have brothers and sisters out here have a different understanding when it comes to certain scriptures and things of that nature. And at times, it can cause this conflict. That's that bitterness, brothers and sisters. That's that bitterness. So, when it's all over said and done, we gonna have to really make sure that we dive deeply into prayer, asking the Most High to teach us and to guide us. Because truth be told, brothers and sisters, without the Most High, how can you have a clear understanding? Because right now, His rules and regulations are not within us. Because He said that He will put His laws in our hearts, and no one will have to teach you. When we get to that point, brothers and sisters, that's going to kill a lot of misunderstandings. We will already know. We will already know exactly what we should and should not do, because He gonna put it in our hearts. Now, we still going to have free will, because the Most High said, he did say this, once we go into the wilderness, he said he has to weed out the rebels. Now, this is where it can get seriously dangerous. When the Most High giving you something that he puts in your heart, and you don't have to be taught about this, and yet you go contrary to what he has put inside of you, and you go, no, there's no coming back after that. That amounts to blasphemy. You're not coming, you're going straight to Gehenna. Now, if you go to, what was it, Isaiah chapter 65, verses 20 and 21, talking about a male boy, although being 100 years old, but the fact that he did not keep the laws, he died as a male boy at the age of 100. Because we're going to have those laws within us. This is what we're going to have. We're not at that point now, because, I mean, you got brothers and sisters that have different takes on the Shabbat. Some of them say, hey, y'all, just because you said 7 days you're in captivity. And, and the brother, he was going back and forth. He was so, what's the word? He was forceful with it, put it that way. And I said, well, brother, let me pose something to you. What type of captivity? I'm sorry. I lost. I mean, I don't know that my mic went off. I'm sorry about that, brothers and sisters. Okay. What I was saying was this: is that when we get to there was a conversation that I had with a brother in Tanzania, and he was saying, "Hey, the brothers in the United States thinking they're doing right when it comes to the Shabbat." I said, "So what is it that they're doing wrong?" And so he talked about the Shabbat is not on every Saturday, as they may say, or after their so-called 6 days. I said, okay. So he went on and showed me in the scriptures and things from a lunar calendar and things of that nature, into which, now don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters, I do see his reasoning. I do see it from a scriptural standpoint. I do see that. Now, but this is what I said to him. So now, how you take this knowledge that you have and apply it to the brothers in the United States, or anywhere for that matter? I said, now you apply it to that. I said, now you, and so let's just say that those brothers and sisters, they take that up. I mean, that they say, hey, yeah, you're right, you're telling the truth. I said, brother, can you just not sit down and just sit back and realize this? Our brothers and sisters are still in captivity. So now, you're saying to me that the Shabbat is not always on the same day. I said, but when you go to work, they expect you to be at work Monday through Friday, or whatever your days may be. And imagine this little remnant of Israelites going to their job, say, I need this particular day off for the remainder of the month. Do you know how many unemployed brothers and sisters you will have in captivity, brother? I said, now you can yell and say all of these things, but you're not taking into consideration the captivity that we are up under. I said, you here in Tanzania, it's still captivity here, brother. I said, don't sit there and try to be harsh on these brothers and sisters. Now, I'm not saying we are abusing grace, but the Most High had everything already put in place, because he knew that we were up under Satan's nose. This is his system. This is the reason why he says to us, we must hate this system. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. This is the reason why we must hate this system, because we got thrown off. And we got thrown off so bad, brother, that we didn't even realize that we got thrown off. We was trying to figure out why did these people hate us so much. We didn't know. We did not know. Sister Patricia, shalom, sister. We did not know. But now, as time went on, things started to show itself. Now, and we started to understand it more. Now, but even though we was in Christendom, Islamic, we thought, we thinking we were serving the Most High correctly. But that small awakening woke up Israel to a magnitude that the world took notice. The world took notice of us wakening up. They can't untake that. They cannot. Because now it's too many of you all that they are considering those black messiahs from brothers to sisters. You have brothers and sisters all on YouTube saying this and saying that. There's too many black messiahs out there now. The world is threatened. What do the world needs to do? Oh, we need to. The world is saying, hey, we need a reset. That's what the world thinks. That's their solution. Is by means of this reset. Shalom, Brother Donald. Congratulated in, brother. This is what the world is saying. The world is saying we need a reset to put at least what they're thinking they're going to do is push us back in a corner or something. That's not happening. Israel, we're not going back to sleep. Show me a scripture where the Most High said Israel will go back to sleep. Not one time are you going to see that. Because this awakening is a grand awakening. This is the rise of Israel. Period. Off the top. You cannot undermine that any longer. Trials, tribulation, yes. But the day is going to come. Boy, I ain't going to say the day is going to come. The days are already here. They're here, brothers and sisters. Those days are here. We went through a lot. But now, if you go back into Revelation chapter 9, hold on. Is it 9? I think it's chapter 9. That the troubles for this world are going to be so great that they're going to be looking for death, but they cannot find it. Death, that privilege of death will not be for them. But let's take it this way now. But when our forefathers in slavery and the atrocities that they were put up under, our sisters being raped, our little sisters were being raped. Our brother was being raped. They were doing some mental things to our brothers and sisters. You talking about taking a boy's mother's son and taking that son when he get up of age and telling, hey, we need for you to do your mother. We need more slaves. You need to get your mother pregnant. This is the atrocities, brothers, that we went through. And what? Yes, there was a lot of incidents where our brothers and sisters, there was one sister, she had 2 kids. And they was about to put her back into slavery again. Because she had ran away many, many times. But they caught her. And I never forget this. And they said that she was on that boat, standing over the rail with her 2 kids. She threw her kids into the waters. And she went right along with them. All 3 died. So she had to reason. It's better for her to have death than to go through that atrocity. Now, that would not be a privilege for this nation of people. They will not have that privilege, brothers and sisters. That's what the scriptures are saying. Now, you want to talk about the Most High said, add to them double. All righty. It's like the Most High took death off the table No, you would not. You should know. You would not. You would not have death here. Take it off the table. Shalom, Sister Monica. Take death off the table, brothers and sisters. What this world is about to go through. Oh, it's going to be horrendous. It's going to be horrendous. But this is the Most High's judgment for this world. That's what it is. It's a judgment for this world. This is the reason why. I mean, this week, I know I've been talking about hate, and but the one that was concerning to me was the hate that's going around within Israel. But this hate here, no, brothers, we this is a hate that we need. We need this particular. We need this hate of separation, because this world is about to go through some things down. It's already started. It has already started. Let me see what Pinky D is stating. Hold on. It's sad to see. Hold on. Oh, come on, man. It is sad to see that many of us are still of this world. That is so true. I pray for y'all continue covering over the ones speaking and living in truth. Pinky D, that's true. That is true. I'm gonna tell you, but one thing I would say, sis, is that no, sis, I can't even argue with that. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I mean, you got a point. I was gonna try to make some type of I'm not even gonna touch that. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. No, I can't touch that one. And we do, because we some of us, we do have a measure of the world in us, and we maintain it. When I say maintain it, we know for a fact that we should get rid of, but we continue to hold on to it as if it's a badge. You know, when you know, sister, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm gonna say this. In the scriptures, at a time when Yahushua was speaking to his people, our people, and he was saying, at times you just gotta let yourself be wrong. That's what he was saying. You know, you're in an argument with your brother and sisters. He said sometimes you just gotta you just gotta be, make yourself wrong, and be, just in order to maintain peace. And I understand that. And the more I'm starting to understand this, I mean, because what I told these brothers since I came back here, I got to get some legal things in order. And I said, you know what? I don't want to go back to Babylon and take brothers and sisters to court. My sister's like, man, Mike, that's almost $500,000. I'm like, yeah, but it's going to involve Israel. It's Israel who's going to be sued. So there's some things. I mean, I just come to the fact that I'm going to have to rely on the Most High, and that's cool. That's that, brothers and sisters. If you think I'm joking, and when it comes down to the reliance on the Most High, start really separating yourselves from this world and rely on the Most High. It's easy to say that, I rely on the Most High. Yeah, okay. Okay. But now when your money is looking funny, and then people stole some stuff from you, where do you go? Because we don't have our court system set up like once before. We don't have that. And then for brothers to try to set up a something of that sort, it got talked down. This is Israel for you. It got talked down. And so, what do? You run right back to Caesar. Brothers and sisters, I'm not going back to Caesar. Yeah, I know what those brothers and sisters did to me. I do. But then I just looked at it. All right, I got to hand this over to the Most High and not keep it moving. And that's how I did it. If you're talking about setting an example, so be it. Let it be that, an example. All right, I'm going to rely on the Most High. They did what they did, and I ain't nobody finna sit here and go be fighting over this here, going back and forth, having all this type of paperwork, and they saying this here and they saying that there. You leave that to the Most High. He know exactly how to deal with his people. He know how and when to deal with them. So, and I'm glad you brought that up, sister, because that's one thing I was thinking about. Because the reliance upon the Most High. I tell you, hold on now. That's more than just talk now. That's more than just talk. If you brothers and sisters, you have a decent job, you making some nice money. Ask yourself, are you truthfully relying upon the Most High? I tell you now, I'm serious when I tell you this. If you go be honest with yourself, you'll realize, no, not really. And brothers and sisters, I was out there, I was making money. I was, and I thought I was doing, I was, when I'm riding up down the street, going to these sites and everything, I'm thinking about how, the Most High been blessing me. I mean, what? I mean, I've been in this field for this long, and I'm thinking I'm being thankful. Give to the, I see brothers and sisters on the street, get us some money or whatever the situation may be, keep it moving. And I thought I was doing the Lord's will. Brothers and sisters, I never forget this. The Most High told me, you're not going to make no more money in the United States. I'm telling you, this is the truth. I brushed it off. That's one thing I did do. But that field that I was working in, communications, and in my little bitty mind, I don't know, people need communication. That was the whole purpose of me going into the field. That was the whole purpose of me getting into the field, because it is a needed. It's not a want. It is a necessity. And that was my whole purpose of getting into the field, because it was a necessity. I knew that I could work a long time doing this, in this trade. And so I worked it. Never thought that this thing, they will always need communication. And that was my faith. That was my faith, brothers. So now, some of you may have a job that is a necessity. But do you truthfully rely upon the Most High? That's the question. Because now, if the Most High wanted to put you to the test, how would you react? If he's, all right, I'm taking this away from you. You may have been used to a nice house and all that. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something about a nice house. I made sure my apartment was always laid out for me and my son. I'm serious. I had it so much laid out to the building came and said, we want to use your apartment as a, what do they call it? As a model apartment. They loved my place. My sister came visit one time, and she was so blown by it that she took up that same way of thinking, and she did her place the same way. The same way. Did the same thing. So, but all that got taken away. All of it got taken away. So I ended up living in Africa. I was living in, let me say it this way. They had a cutout for a window, but that was not a window. There was no glass window there. Yeah, chicken wire and another real, like, I might want to call it a screen, but it was stapled onto the wood. You talking about coming from a living condition to a way lower. Not so much low, because I seen other brothers and sisters. They build their houses out of wood branches from a tree, and then they come with mud. But if you was not there to see them do it, you would think it was concrete. You would think it was concrete. No, it was mud. But my point of saying that is, brothers and sisters, put yourself to the test to see if you really, truthfully rely upon the Most High. Now, I'm not saying be ignorant, be dumb and things. You use discernment, be shrewd, because it's the living that that Hashatan is trying to use against us, brothers and sisters. It's our living conditions, rather. Because what did he do? A lot of brothers and sisters have indoor plumbing, hot and cold water, electricity, cooking gas, all these things. Truthfully, brothers and sisters, that's a luxury. When it's all over said and done, it is an absolute luxury to have that. How would you react if you did not have all of that? What would be your, I mean, what? What will be something that will break you, that will cause you to sit back and think, how much do you really truthfully rely upon the Most High? And I'm not sitting here and questioning you and trying to put you to the test, brothers and sisters. The reason why I say that is because we're about to go into the wilderness. When it's all over said and done, that's where we're about to go. I mean, we ain't gonna, it don't make sense right here lollygagging and thinking we go fool ourselves to thinking that this is not going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to the wilderness. That's one thing we are going to do. We're going to the wilderness. Don't fool yourself and thinking that we're going to do this here, we're going to do that there, and things of that nature. But no, let's not fool ourselves on that. Let's not fool ourselves, because the more we come to be real with ourselves, the better we're going to be. The better. Shalom, Sister Kathy. Hold on. Let me read what you just said, Sister Kathy. Do you hear about? Yeah, you're right. Their New Year. But I said, did you hear about 10 people was plowed down to death and 30 injured in New Orleans? Shot 2 cops. Good gracious, with semi-automatic semi-automatic. Called him a gunman, probably a white. You know what? Hey, this how they want to get their year started off? Hey, this is what's happening. This is what they're doing. Wow. And that was in New Orleans. This stuff, I tell you, brothers and sisters. I was just thinking about trying to get everything put in place, because I'm like, I need to, really get down and spend some time with the Joneses and their farm and things, because I don't think the Most High is moving. I don't think he's moving slow. I think he's moving at a pace that we should be keeping up with. I'm serious. You right, says we all need to be very careful this year. This is the rise of Israel. It started. It's known. You got religious groups out here saying, "Hey," and these what do they call them? They call us these Black Hebrew Israelites are on the rise. They preaching for us, brothers and sisters. That's what they're doing. Whether they want to realize that or not, that's what they're doing. They preaching about you and what we're doing. Because now they needed us to be in a stupor, but we woke up. Along with that awakening, That right there was so damaging to them. It's just like that was a blow. Just like somebody just hit them down low. They still not able to stand up straight. This is what's happening. This is the rise of Israel. And along with that, this rising, we still got to stay on point. We got to stay on point. We're going to have disagreements, arguments off the top. It's all about how we handle things, brothers. And some people go still, like I said, maintain that Babylonian mindset. Like Sister Pinky D said, they will yell, "I'm Hebrew," but will take you to Caesar within a heartbeat. When the Most High said, "Separate yourselves," He means to separate ourselves, Israel. He does not sit up in and tell us, all right, well, you got a problem with your Israelite brother, taking them to the court, taking them to Babylon. He already got his rules and regulations set up for his people and how you should deal with your brothers and sisters. But when you have individuals who don't want to abide by that, what do? They run straight to Babylon. But trust and believe. Trust and believe. You're going to receive part of that plague. You're going to receive part of that plague. The Most High tells us to take off, brush off anything that has anything to do with Babylon. This is that set apart time that we should be using. That's an action, brothers and sisters. I don't care how you look at it. That is an absolute action that we need to maintain. That's what we need to do. This is not that time that we call, you get upset and then we get upset and, you want to fall back onto the system. And you want to fall back on some hatred. The Most High knows exactly how to read your hearts, our hearts. If you don't have that hatred for this world, now listen to me when I say this, brothers and sisters. If you do not have that needed hatred for this demonic world, you just may find yourself going down with this world. That's what you just may find yourself. You got to hate this world. This is not of Yah. In the world, and what they're about to go through, like I spoke earlier, they're wishing for death, but not finding it. They will not have death is a luxury now. But for them, they won't have that luxury. Our forefathers had that luxury of death. Yes, they did. And when I say luxury, they knew the stuff that they was going through was just downright diabolical. Now, I do know what the scriptures say about suicide. Yes, I do. I'm going to also, hold on. I'm going to say, well, you know what, sister? Yes, they do. They be out there partying. A lot of our brothers and sisters get out, they get out there and they see a reason to get drunk and high. Shoot, sister, you know what, sister Kathy, you got to maintain that. You got to maintain that hate for this place. I tell you, even before I was awakened, I was a Jehovah's Witness. I'm like, man, I can't stand this system because it was a front. Everything you may think you are here, you working a thing, you got a decent job, but you still go get phone calls. One of your family members is sick. Somebody just died. So what was that? And what was so special about this system that I should love it? Because you out here making some money, and you got a nice house, you got a nice car. People still get, grow old, get sick, and die. So what is it about this system that I should be loving it? Oh, you got a freedom of speech. No, you don't. You do not have a freedom of speech. Speak against the Most High and see how fast you can get laid down. You got a freedom, all right, but that freedom it can be cut short, cut you down. And what makes you think that you even for a system, they give off this false pretense. You free to do anything you want. This is the reason why the Most High tell us to hate this system. But people that thrive in this system, they love the system. The ones who know how to maneuver money around this system in order to keep you in captivity, they go roll with that. They go roll with that. They love the system. Oh well, boy, hold on. Why do I? Hey, let's just take the residue. The residue of, let's just say, no, this is the residue. The descendant of slaves owners. If you do some research, you're going to find out a lot of your major banks own slaves and still have the paperwork to prove it. They got paperwork to prove it. They knew that was a business, and that's how they put their kids through college. That's how they open up businesses. This is what this world has done. So now for us to sit around and turn back around, although you said, oh, that was back in those days, the days are not like that now. Yes, they are. They just covering it up. They just make it look pretty. All they got to do is add a little. You go take you go on YouTube, and they call these ladies makeup artists. And for that reason, I do understand why they call them makeup artists, because they can take somebody who can look kind of hideous. When I say hideous, I mean, whoo, good gracious, I mean hideous, and make them look like a model. Whatever they got to paint on her face just to hide, let's just say, her ugliness, they go paint it on. They go paint that on. Go in there, look at YouTube, and look up makeup artists. They love showing their work. And you be like, man, but if you met that woman with that makeup on, you go, oh, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Take that stuff off her face. You be like, wait a minute, hold on. Who are you? That's how the world is. That is exactly how the world is. It just painted up to please your sight, your eyesight. That's all. But when you start taking off everything, the fake lashes, the little fake lips, and you're like, oh, wait a minute now. Taking off the base, skin, lighting up, let me see, all the makeup. Then you're starting to see something. And you start to get repulsive. And then they go in there and start taking like fake teeth out of their mouth. That's this world. That's this world. And the Most High keep telling us, Israel, you are a set apart people. Hate the system. I hate this system. You are of me, Israel. Love the things I love and hate the things I hate, Israel. Anyone that loves this world, the love of the Father is not in him, and you will not live continually if you have love for this world. Yeah, it is all a lie, Sister Kathy. It is the biggest lie, and that's all Satan can do. That's all Satan can do is tell one lie after another, and for people to believe the lie. To believe the lie. And that's how this world thrives. It's off lies. Now, this is the beauty of this, though. and especially when it comes down to Christendom and Islamic brothers and sisters. The Most High said, in the time of the end, what was done in the darkness shall come to the light. Think about that, brothers. Let that little simple scripture, let that come in and just sit there and let it soak in. Get all the flavors. Everything that was done in the darkness shall come to the light. Yeah, we know about slavery. We know about slavery. We do. A portion of it, that is. But what's the darkest thing about slavery that they did not tell us? No, they didn't tell you that you was Israel. We just found that out. A lot of us just found that out a few years ago. I would let's just say around about 2015. 2015 is when we may have been, what's the word, introduced to it, but we didn't take it to heart. But as time went on, oh, wait a minute, it started to take root. The seed was already planted, brothers and sisters. I can almost guarantee you the majority of you brothers and sisters on this channel right now, if you go back and you look at it, you would literally go back and say, you know what, somebody did bring that to my attention, but you just heard it. And it was passing by. At least you thought it was passing by. That seed took root. A lot of us didn't even recognize it. If you have to go back, because I would say roughly 2014, 2015, around at that time. I mean, here like a lot of brothers and sisters say, yeah, I was introduced to it roughly around about that time. But these brothers and sisters started taking it to heart. They start throwing blows. They start understanding the scriptures. For what the Gentiles is teaching us, man, please kick rocks with that. That ain't what that means. And so now they got to a point where they were saying, hey, why is it these Negroes can't be told nothing? Because we've been told by the Most High, you can't tell us nothing. And so when they lose that, when that particular type of power is gone, they start to worry about things. What you saying, brother? Hold on. Brother, you know what? I was looking at that brother Robert, and I'm like, what is this stuff, man? I mean, who, brother? Let me tell you something, brother Robert. I was very concerned about coming back to the United States. I'm serious. I was. The only thing I had that really moved back, because I'm like, man, I need to go over there and sell this house and go back and do, because the business got started there, and things. It just, I was like, but just to get back and see all, I'm like, what? And what was it, JWTV? I was seeing some on him, and I was looking at this other guy, and it was like, man, what is this stuff? And then there was a Gentile lady. She was like, wait a minute, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's in there, and she right there. I mean, you could just see that stuff, bro. So I'm asking, what is going on? Truthfully, bro. I mean, one moment you're talking about not clones, drones. Now we got some little white clouds coming down and just sitting there like they what do they call them? Like foam, bubbles or something, like when you washing dishes or something, and they're just sitting there. I mean, big balls of it, bro. I mean, that's the thing, brothers. I mean, this stuff is I ain't gonna say fearful, but it is concerning. It is very concerning. But I'm noticing though, a lot of this stuff is always over there in the same predicament. I mean, same predicament, the same area, like New Jersey, Virginia, New York, over in that area. That's what I have noticed now, brother Rock. I mean, It could be other places, but mm, and you know, I won't be surprised, brother, that these people getting sick. I'm serious. And you know, the thing about it is this also, bruh. You got all of this stuff going on this continent. All of this stuff. It is very strange off the top. It's very strange. I mean, you're talking about drones. Now you're talking about a World War III. Now you're talking about you got missing warheads. Brother, they got a whole lot of stuff going on at one time, bro. And they keep on changing things. Now you got this stuff here that's making people sick. It's, I mean, I pray to the Most High, and I can go ahead and really be quick about what I need to do. Because brothers and sisters, I don't want to be here. I don't. I do not. This, what these people doing here. I mean, I would say this, brother Rob. We can hand it over to judgment, and this could be what the Most High is letting these people do. Now, people getting sick and things. Oh, hold on, Sister Kathy. These people are getting sick, especially with the respiratory system. Hey, comment. You know what? This is it is concerning. It is concerning, and this all they can sit up here and talk about this dumb stuff until they blew in the face. But this all has to do with the rising of Israel. When it's all over said and done, it's the fact that Israel is on the rise. And something is going to happen where they're going to get up, they're going to get, it's going to be like a 1-2 punch. Boom, boom. They're going to be down and they're going to be out. Israel will be standing on top of them. Looking at them. You okay, dog? This was about to happen. They're not realizing that because their arrogance, what they just cannot see. Because they're so used to being on top. They're so used to just going in and doing their thing. But their strength is a strange to them. It is absolutely a strange to them. We can sit up and they can sit up and talk all this stuff all they want on the news, because truthfully, I'm telling you right now, the news don't mean diddly squat nowadays. They want to tell you what they want to tell you. Yeah, they're like, nope, something ain't right with this. And we start making judgment calls. These people has been lying for over 400 years. Over 400 years, they have been lying. We're calling them out. That's what we're doing. We are literally calling them out. But they can't take it. They cannot take simple truths that we know. People getting sick. You got drones flying around. I mean, now from what I was looking at also with that is that it was like these drones, or at least they was at least hinting to it, was leaking it, pouring this stuff out. And then when you talk about, you go back some years ago, when you talk about brothers and sisters talking about a chemtrail and everything, everybody called them crazy. But now they're starting to say, hey, wait a minute, they're not as crazy as we thought. They're not as crazy as we thought. Now, you giving credence to their word. This little demonic system, this is what's happening, brothers and sisters. This is what's happening. We're starting to see these things. But now at the same time now, I always say this. It's never too late for you to start to be self-sufficient. It is never too late to start. As long as we start it mentally and put this thing into action. Shalom, Sister Van P. This stuff is real. This is absolutely real. And truthfully, with that white foam stuff, I don't know what that stuff is doing to the soil. You may not be able to grow anything. I'm serious. If this is how they want to control man, all right, and it's like I said, when it comes down to food, in the what was that? Revelation chapter 9, I think it was. It was talking about how a third of the earth, a third of the earth. Who, truthfully, brothers and sisters, I hope by the grace of the Most High that we're not here for the things of the things in Revelation. I'm serious. But now I do know there was a portion of plagues that did affect Israel when our forefather was in Egypt. But then the Most High came to a point. We're going to separate this here. And he started separating them, showing them not only just Israel, but also the Egyptians. There is a separation of people. My people will not be hindered by this. We're waking up, brothers and sisters. I seriously believe that the Most High has started to separate things from what this world, all right, the world is suffering, all right. No, but my people will not. You can bring whatever you want. You can bring down a white cloud if you want to. That white cloud will not do anything to my people. The Most High know exactly what he's doing and how he needs to protect his people. But at the same time, we do not walk ourselves into danger. We use common sense. But this is what's happening, brothers. Israel is on the rise. What they want to call 2025, all right? Granted, the Most High ride with it, no problem. You want to call it 2020, no problem. Your first of your year, all right, no problem. Because I ran into some brothers that were saying, hey, no, the 400 years ain't until such and such and such. I said, well, and then you may be right then, brother, but I'm going to say this, though. If you're going to go with the calendar of the nation, the Most High don't have a problem with that. All right, no problem. We'll go with that 400 years. We'll start right there. But it would appear that's where the majority of people was leaning to anyway. And then what happened in 2019? The whole world shut down, seemed like. Everybody was in the house. And ever since that time, things has not been the same. I know some brother was saying, no, it was the year 2024 to be the 400 years. I said, okay, whatever, but I'm just telling you. We noticed a dramatic change in 2019. That's what we did. We noticed that. But when you're in captivity, brothers, I can't say you can't do it, but you're in captivity. It's going to be you going to have a battle dealing with the lunar Hebrew calendar. You're going to have issues with that. They came in and changed times and laws. The nations did. And when we're in captivity, we have to abide by what? Their times, their laws that they changed. And that's how we got hemmed up. So now we come into our own world, but we are not in our world. This is Hashatan's system. This is the reason why the Most High say you must set yourself apart from this world. And the moment we start to put that mental understanding of separating ourselves, the better off we're going to be. The better off we're going to be. For us to sit up and say, we left the United States, we're in Africa. All right, no problem. You're going to adjust because you will know I have always hated that system. But when you're up under the Most High, up under Yahushua's system, we don't have that stress, brothers, of the devil. This is the reason why those that love the Most High is going to love his new system or his the way he rules by means of Yahushua HaMashiach. That's what we're going to love. Now, if you do not have that type of love, that is, um, you have something that you like about Babylon, trust and believe, you're not going to go up under his rod. You might get hit with it, but you're not gonna go past that because you still got a love for the system of Satan. And Satan's system is geared against Israel. Listen, brothers, it may sound like it's a luxury and this is this and that's and that. No, anything that has to do with Hashatan is unclean. You can sit there and say, well, indoor plumbing is not bad. And you're right, it's not. But it's part of his system. Before he even did, indoor plumbing did not start with Hashatan anyway. It started with Israel in Jerusalem. They had indoor plumbing in Jerusalem, full of engineers, tradesmen. We was not big upon drinking hard liquor, what they may call spirits today. Israel was known for making wine. That's it. That was Israel. Wine, grapes, boom, distilling the wine. That's what Israel was known for. Hashatan system come up. What do they call it? They call it exactly what it is: spirit. I seen people come in there and talk, they take a drink, quiet as a bug. Take a drink, they get violent. They feel they can take on the world. I tell you, this time in which we're living in, brothers, this is a necessity that we hate this world. We must hate this world. I know what is it? Today is Thursday, Wednesday. We must hate it, brothers. This hate for the system it means our survival. That's what it means. The more we hate this system, the more we live. The more we will be willing to accept what we're about to go into. You can call it the wilderness, brothers and sisters. For a lot of them, I don't look at it as the wilderness. I look at it as a family of people coming back into their own and working to build it up. That's how I look at it. Not one time the Most High even allude to the wilderness being this ratchet place. Not one time. But if you go into some understanding of some brothers and sisters, you would think like, oh man, we're gonna be walking around in a desert, fighting off vipers and cobras and everything. Now, the Most High didn't say that. He didn't. He didn't even allude to it. But he knew that this is what his people need in order for them to grow them, to come back together as a nation. He knows that Israel needs to be on their own land. And for the world to see these people coming into their own. That's what we needed to do. And that's what we still need to do. It is a must. Like I said, I cannot say it. It has to be said repetitiously. We must hate this world. We must hate it. There's nothing good about this world. Nothing. This world is going to, if it continues, they're going to continue to hate you. That's one thing they're going to do. The world is going to continue to hate you as long as you are living in captivity. Hashatan, yes, he's very concerned. The greatest thing that could ever hurt him, well, I ain't going to say ever hurt him, but one thing that's concerning for him right now is the fact that you woke. You woke. He needs things to divert your mind, your mindset was it Brother Robert Brooks? That's just a portion of it. In the killing of that brother. He needs that can throw us off of where we're trying to go to. And that is to abide by the Most High. Because now the more you talk about laws, rules and regulations that the Most High set out, that's one thing he don't want you to look at. They knew the system, his system knew if he keep Israel in sin, it's like they will always win. Shalom says Linda Cross. Oh yeah, it says, oh, let me tell you something on that. Yes, we do. I'm serious. Yes, we do. We need our own. We need to be back in our own land. But we do have the Gentiles there right now. The Gentiles are there, but trust and believe. When I was there, I'm noticing there's a little weakness that they are experiencing because one, they can never cover Africa from head to toe. It's just absolutely impossible for them to do that. It's too big. It is absolutely too large, too massive for them to say, we have come in and we have subdued all of Africa. No, they can't say that. They cannot say that. There's so much land. It is just, you take what they say it's like 50 million African Americans. You talking about sending 50 million just to one country and they still gonna have room. Still gonna have room. Now you just imagine all of us from the four corners of the earth coming back. No, it would not be overcrowded. Only thing about it is this. The Gentile will realize, oh, wait a minute, they coming back. Oh no, I'm gone. Let me go back to China, whatever, Europe. They gone. They out of there. They know for a fact. No, there's something. They will recognize that the Most High's hands is with these people. That's one thing they're going to realize, because the scriptures do states that everyone will go back to his or her own land. That's going to happen, because whatever is going on in the United States, and the things, the clouds, and these missing warheads, and all of that stuff, and you have these sleeper cells, and all these supposedly military age men. All of this stuff is there in the United States. Brothers and sisters, if you want to talk about a massive attack from within, that's just like a matter of hours or a matter of days for something like that to get popped off. If you want to say there's some trickery, yes, I believe that. I do. I don't think this war is going to be fought for no 10 years. Truthfully, no, not even 5. I think it's going to be so swift, because scripturally speaking, the nation, United States, supposed to, because it's supposed to get hit hard. That it's going to get hit so hard that it's going to give its power to the wild beast, to which I believe is the United Nation. The United Nation is the one that's claiming to be a one world religion. That's what they're claiming. But truthfully, brothers, if you look into it, they're the ones who threw us into slavery. The Catholic is the only religion in that organization that has a seat in the United Nations. They're the only ones who has a seat. That right there should tell you who started it. First, it was called the League of Nations. Then they changed it to United Nations. And now they, with the arrogance, took that from what they claim in the United States and move to Kenya. Did not the scriptures say, when you catch sight of the disgusting thing that causes desolation, let the reader use discernment? They went in there, and now this is what they did. United Nations is supposed to be based out of New York. Why are they trying to set up or we'll say tribe, but setting up a base in Kenya? And they sent in the Kenya armies, and this stuff is so demonic. They sent Kenya armies to what's that island? Not Jamaica. What is the name of that island? And they can't stand our brothers there, because when those brothers was coming through Mexico trying to get into the United States, they was treating our brothers and sisters so bad. Haiti, that's what it was. Haiti. They sent Kenya soldiers to Haiti. They're what they would call act as police. This is what the United States and France did. See, now this is the stuff, brother. This is the dumb stuff. But now we gonna have to recognize we're not part of the United. We should not be taking part in the United Nations. We should not be taking part in the African Union. We are a set apart people. We are on the rise. Things are going to work, and things are working in our benefit. The Most High is not that one that he got asked to borrow some from a nation. He said that his people is going to plunder lands and take whatever wealth they need to take out and go back home. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And so, brothers, this set apart mindset, that's something that we need to have on our hearts and mind on a daily basis. On a daily basis, we got to separate ourselves from this world in which we are captive in. Do it to the best of our ability, because it's going to come. The Most High is going to gather his people, put them back in their own land. The world is going to see this. This could be monumental. We ain't never seen nothing like this, brothers and sisters. Nobody have ever seen this. No one. And so now when this do happen, like I know some brothers say it may be televised, and it may be. It may be televised. That these countries are starting to release brothers and sisters back to our homeland. That right there within itself is going to get the world's attention. These people are going back to Africa. You got a lot of brothers and sisters, Negroes, that lives in India that got caught up in the slave trade. We are all over the place. All over the place. Judah speak many languages because of captivity. We speak many languages, but we all are of Judah. I tell you, it's a beautiful thing, brothers and sisters, to witness this thing here. These things are happening. But when I say that Israel is on the rise, we're gonna have to believe it. We're going to have to know that we are on the rise. We're going to start doing things to prove to the world that we're on the rise. This here of talking about, what did they say, 2050, African American income will be zero. Nigga, please. You can let that nonsense ride. They can sit up here and make that prediction all they want. They can make that prediction all they want. But when the Most High said, give them double, of these curses. And as I was speaking earlier, death is one of them, that they would not have that luxury. They can sit up here and try to kill themselves, but they keep fleeing away from them. Now, if you want to talk about frustrating, because now you're in a situation. All right, now I'm gonna say it this way, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna say it this way, and I'm speaking about a judgment of a world. Now, just think about what our forefathers went through, and let's just go back into slavery. I mean, matter of fact, we ain't even got to go back to slavery. We can go back. We can just deal with what's going on right now. But anyway, seeing, let's just say, how they mistreated our sisters. Now, how they mistreated our sisters and our brothers, for that matter, if you want to be straight and frank with it. Now, imagine all of that stuff on another nation. These nations that's being judged. They found themselves in captivity. Think about that now. They found themselves in captivity. They have their little kids and things of that nature. Now they're experiencing a father holding on to his son, but being ripped from his arms. And that little Gentile child is being sold into slavery. The father don't know where in the world his son is going, but he's ripped to the heart. The mother don't know where her daughter is at. She's ripped to her heart. Now, this is just the imagination that's going to be put upon them now. But it said, the scripture said, the Most High said, add to them double. So now I'm just giving you just a dusting of the near future for these nations that mistreated us. That's just a dusting of it. Now, how can you add double onto this man, son being ripped from his hand, from his arms, and not knowing where his son is going? I can't say, brother. I mean, my mind don't go that deep. But I'm quite sure the Most High said, ask them double. It's going to be double. It's going to be. I don't even think that we can really, truthfully, brothers, understand the depth of their suffering. I don't think we can understand that, truthfully. No, we can't even see it. Shalom, Sister Chavez. I don't think we can see that. That's going to be so horrific. I mean, truthfully, I don't even think we're going to be here to see that. Because truthfully, some of it is already happening. Because they got these kids from this massive immigration thing. Their parents are not there. But there's reports that these kids are being molested. They on Redacted. They was doing interviews with people that was, dropping these little kids off at these homes of Gentile rich people, and then go back in a week's time and pick those kids up. Those kids be meant and what they was alluding to. No, there was some SA that was going on up in there. It's happening already, brothers. It's happening. The only thing about it is a lot of the stuff is just painted over. You got a whole lot of other nonsense to contend with. I don't think you need to be worried about these two little kids over here. It's just that, they getting down, they doing what they doing. That's Satan's world. That's what's happening. We've been through that. It's the nation's time. It is absolutely the nation's time. There's a tribulation that is set for them. The Most High is telling us to come out of Babylon if we do not want to receive part of her plagues. That's what he's telling us. He already told you. He already said, you went through your tribulation, Israel, but now I know I have spoiled you, but you have the strength, you have the will to separate yourself from Babylon. So use that will so that you can continue to live, because he already knows that he knows his people Israel. He knows them. Yeah, and some of you are, your neck is still stiff after thousands of years. He knows it. You have some of these brothers that they're so devout as to their orientation of what they want to choose, who they want to be with, and things of that nature. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they do it. They know exactly what they wants to do, and they live it out to the T. They do not want anything to do with the Most High and His rules and regulations. Oh yes, those are the ones that's going to get dealt a very, very serious blow. You don't have to use your free will so that you continue to live. But I tell you one thing: you would not just keep living. You're not going to live opposite of the Most High and think you're going to continue to live and tell about it. That's not part of his plans. It's not. This time in which we live in, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, it is imperative that we hate this system and we love our brothers and we stay away from the Babylonian mindset. And truthfully, brothers, if all possible, the courts, if it's in your power, stay away from it. And that's what I have to tell myself. I mean, yeah, you look at the end result, like, wait a minute, hold on, I lost so much money and things of that nature. But like Yahushua said, sometimes you just got to be wrong and leave things in the Most High's hand. He owns everything already. Babylon don't own nothing. They just put up a front. They just go in there and print some money out. That's all they did. You too, Brother Roberts. Be safe out there, brother. That's all they did. They don't own nothing. They just pimping it. That's all they doing. And the only reason they can do that is because of our forefathers' disobedience. So they throw up this front. Hey, we this, we that. We're the richest nation in the country. But now, the United States lost that. They lost that title of world power. They lost that 2 years ago. The world took it from them. The world took that statement from the United States. The United States is so weak and discombobulated. It is unbelievable. It is absolutely just discombobulated. People around here making a political statement and don't even know what they're talking about. One moment they don't know what the drones are from. One moment they say, all right, yeah, they are. Those are our drones. Get up out of here. Now it seems like whatever thing they got going on. Shalom, Brother Dave. Shalom. Whatever thing they got going on there, it's just like they all over the place. And I'm truthfully, brothers and sisters, I think they just puppets when it's all over said and done. Because all of this stuff that is happening, it's happening for a legitimate reason. All these sighting, these orbs and things, brother, I still have not heard anybody in Africa say they have we've been saying this here, we've been saying that there. I haven't heard that right now. I haven't heard that when I was there. I haven't. Only in the United States I'm hearing all of this stuff here. Now, granted, with these abyss in these portals that's supposed to be opened up and things, like in the book of Revelation, talking about all these types of creatures coming out, brothers and sisters, truthfully, I seriously believe there's a measure of truth. Because what we was taught, I can't go on what I was taught because they was teaching from a Eurocentric, and they come up with their understanding and say, all those type of beasts represent this here and that, represent that there, and spiritual Israel. So I mean, like, it's a lot of stuff you just have to tune out now. But the Most High said, this is what's going to come out of it. It's like you gonna have to be, you got to go with the realism of it, because I'm looking at what Enoch was saying that these fallen ones was doing. Now, yes, they was mating with the women of the earth. But now when you see a half man and half horse, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm starting to see that there's some realism to it, because what happened when Yahusha told the demons to come out of that man who was living amongst the graveyard. And he told and matter of fact, he had a conversation with that demon. He said, what is your name? He said, my name is Legion, because there are so many of us. They had a whole lot of demons in that one man. But this is the thing that got me. That demon asked Yahusha for permission to enter into those pigs. Remember that? He asked for permission so that him and his demon friends, can enter into those pigs. And Yahusha said, go. They went inside those pigs, and they all ran over the cliff into they all drowned. So I do not put anything past the fallen ones. Yeah, they made it with the women and things, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made it with other animals and start bringing in all these half-breeds and things of that nature. And this is what the scriptures say, all these types of creatures coming out of the abyss. Brothers and sisters, my thing is this: if it does happen, stay on your faith with the Most High. Stay on it. This is the reason why he tells us to hate this system. He's gearing us up for what's about to happen, because Hashatan is trying his best to mislead us down to that very last day, down to that very last captive that's walking out of captivity, down to that last one. And that's how he's going to rock it. He's going to rock this as much as he possibly can, because he knows his time is short. He knows his time is short. That's serious to him. You starting to understand now that Hashatan, he enjoys life. He literally enjoys breathing. But now when your life is on the line, from one lie got you in a very damning position. One lie. And this is where we stand right now. He must stand in the Most High's judgment hands. He got to. There's no escaping that. But brothers, if you do not want to fall in the Most High's judgment hands, it is imperative that you hate this system. Hate it with a passion. That's when you have that love for the Most High. That's that marking of life that the Most High will put upon you. But you must hate this system. You must hate it. And unfortunately, right now, for what we're seeing when it comes to some brothers believing that this place that the Most High considered unclean, that some brothers are saying this is the promised land. Brothers and sisters, I would say this: pray to the Most High to teach you, and he's going to let you know exactly where you're about to go. He already said it scripturally. He said, I'm going to put my people back in their land. Right now, his people are not in their land, from the four corners of the earth. The nations came in and separated his land. What other nation on this planet, brothers and sisters, that has been separated? There is only one continent on this planet that has been separated by other nations. That's scriptures, brothers. And if you use common sense, you go, all right, Africa is the spot. So how is it then that some believe that the promised land is elsewhere? What is this? Hold on, let me see this. Sister Kathy, those fake imposters, ish people have their own police, their own school system, yeah, medical system, yeah, etc. Courts, and it's separate. Oh yeah, what are you talking about, sister? See now, Sister Kathy, I'm gonna say this: the separation that they maintain, is a separation we should be doing right now to this very day. That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad you put that in there, sister. That's what I'm talking about. That's that separation that we're supposed to be having. We don't need to be talking about getting into the world's monetary system. Nah. The Most High has given us, He already told us, this is what you do. If we just sit down and we sit and analyze what the Most High said, what we should be doing. All this stuff, I'm telling you, you have your own school system. You have your own medical system. But right now, Israel, what we do, we beg the nation for high blood pressure and pills. The nation, they give it to you, but trust and believe. They give something else with it also to damage something else. We need to have our own. I know some months ago when I was talking about herbs and herbal and things of that nature, that's what we need. The curing of the nation, the leads are for the curing of the nation. Brothers and sisters, all we have to do is to believe it and apply it. That's all we have to do. But we keep on talking about this here and talking about going back and forth, arguing with brothers and sisters, we're missing the point. We are missing the point. When I was talking about putting money into slavery, I'm straight dead serious about that. Put their money into slavery. Period. All it takes is a thought, brothers and sisters. That's all it takes. It's a thought. Oh yeah, they're going to experience all of that horrible stuff. They're going to. Post-traumatic stress syndrome. Yes, they're going to experience all of that, down to the high blood pressure. Yeah. Only thing about it is, they have a heart attack. They will have to just endure that pain because it, like the scripture said, death will flee from them. See, now we ain't seen nothing, brothers and sisters, yet. And for them to say, hey, if they want to go, I want to go to Africa to be in slavery. That's what it seems like is going to be happening. You may see nations, Europeans, on a raft trying to get into Africa so that they can become slaves. It's going to happen, brothers. So somehow hang it up. Now, for what I'm saying, they were like, oh, shoot, man, that would never happen. Yes, that's a lie. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're not going to see us trying to get into their lands. And if you do find us getting, trust and believe, they already been, they're on some nonsense. And they already been judged by the Most High. You're going to see nations wanting to come into us. It's going to happen. They're going to see they're going to witness people being saved by the Most High. They're going to see how we living. They're going to want that type of life. They're going to want it. But they got to go through the hate, the hurt that we went through. The only thing different about it, their hate is going to be a whole lot more intense than ours. That's what's going to happen. Sister, you said what, that 1 John 15? Love not the world. Yeah, you're right. Love not the world, neither the things in it. If any man loves the world, the love of the Father is not within him. I'm telling you, we're going to have a deep-seated hate for this system. That's a must. That is an absolute must. It's going to be a privilege for them to be in service to Israel. They're going to know they have a portion of life if they're able to get inducted in as a servant to Israel. Whether they want to believe that or not, that I'm not even, trying to go back and forth and argue with a person about that. I'm not. The Most High, the confidence that we know of being Israel, He cannot lie. He cannot lie. And for brothers and sisters to have their mindset on being outside of that continent, it don't look good for those brothers. It does not look good. Either you're going to stick with the Most High, what the Most High says, or you're not. And then scriptures also state that if you went to a country that is not of yours, you're going to be ripped apart. They're going to kill you. You can be black as night, but you don't want to be on the continent where your forefathers are from. So you wants to go, I want to go to Paris, France. Yeah, Paris, France, go rip you apart. That's in the scriptures. You will get ripped apart. You think you'll be the only Negro there? No, you will get ripped apart because you don't want to be around your people. Go ahead and go there. You already been warned. So evidently when the Most High warned us about that there's going to be some of us that go think that we can go to other lands, and because you don't want to be around, it would appear that you don't want to be around your people. You will get dealt with. You're going to get dealt with. This is the reason why it is a must that we separate ourselves. We're a holy nation. I cannot overemphasize this, brothers. This is that hate that we should be maintaining for all of these, this system. This is what we should be doing. The time in which we're living, brothers and sisters, this is it. Israel is on the rise. Brothers, yeah, we about to do some things. Well, it's about we are doing things. Things are not going to move slowly. Not Romans. Revelation chapter 10. The Most High said there will be no more delays. That's what He said. I got the verse. I got to get the verse. I think it's verse 5. Revelation chapter 10, verse 5 or 6. But He said there will be no more delays. Brothers and sisters, we're here right now. There are no more delays. Some of you think when you brothers and sisters are going to be doing, you're going to be like, man, I just did that and I've been blessed by. You go touch things. Things are going to be blessed by means of us touching things. We'll start making moves. We already start making moves. We just got to do things on more of a grander scale, not just to please man, but to please the Most High. Showing that we are relying upon Him, that we look to Him for our salvation. That's what we should be doing. It's that reliance upon Him. Not trusting in ourselves, not trusting that, we get up in the morning, we go to work. Oh, my daddy got a good job. Oh, my mama got a good job. No, mommy and daddy, we rely upon the Most High. You got to teach the kids the same thing. This we have is strictly from the Most High. He gives us the energy, the will, the power to do just that, and we do it. And this is the blessing of reliance on the Most High. This is the reason why we live the way we live. That's the understanding that we need to be having with our kids and with ourselves and with our neighbors. That's what we need to have, brothers. Let us do these things. I, right now, I'm getting ready to do some things onto my property. I gotta clean out some things and move stuff around. But no, I hope to have that thing up and running. Well, I mean, unless somebody come in, God, I have some minor repairs I got to do to the house, and then I want to do to it, presentation. And I know I want to redo the front porch. So I'm going to do those things just to put myself in a position where I'm able to get rid of it and move on about my business. Because what I got going over back in Dar, uh, it's taking off, and so we got ourselves lined up with a lot of contracts there. And so, but it's the matter, we still have to get this, what Sister Stephanie is working on. It's with the sisters. And truthfully, brothers, I had to go make that judgment call when it's talking about working with the sisters. Because like I said, right now, the brothers they're too lax mentally. Um, they don't, right now, for what I'm saying, they don't take things as serious as they should, but the sisters do because they have babies to feed. And so, I mean, and I noticed that when I just, here with my company when I was in Chicago. Now I hired women, and I didn't have a problem with training them because women are more, the women, for what I have noticed, they are more, what's the word? They're more detailed than the brothers. The women now, they pay attention because it's not the fact that they're not going to make mistakes. They choose not to make mistakes. They don't want to make mistakes. And so they're detailed. They move slow. Once they get used to it, they become professional with it. And that's what I've seen, brothers and sisters. That's what I have seen. And so what we got going there is trying to set up a little small training thing for the sisters. And we hoping that the impression that we put out there, that it impresses upon, the local governments. But I'm not trying to blame myself with the governments, But if it can get where they want to recognize our efforts for bringing these into these particular trades, and they want to offer some services. Oh yeah, yeah, let's do it that way. And that's what I'm hoping that it turns out, because you never know how the Most High will turn around and move things for the benefit of His people, for the glorification of His great and holy name. And this is how we're moving. So I hope that, let me say this, what is January, ain't that something? By 2 weeks, I hope to let you all know how many sites has been completed and things of that nature. And so, we just start making moves in that direction. But you brothers and sisters, keep your head on the swivel these last days. And this stuff in this particular nation, do not allow ourselves to be overly concerned with what's going on. This world is upon a judgment. And especially this country. But we need to encourage one another continually, to fight to encourage our brothers and sisters, and to work with our brothers and sisters, to maintain peace with our brothers and sisters. This is what we need to be doing. But all the more so, maintaining your hate, your separation from this world. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's a fight. But until then, brothers and sisters, you all keep your head on the swivel. Continue to pray for your brothers and sisters. And y'all willing, I would speak with you, brothers and sisters, tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, I think I'm going to do this a little bit different. I think I'm going to come on roughly around about 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. And it's just when I go to bed early, I get up like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I get up and things. But I think what I'm going to do is roughly be around about 9 o'clock when I get back on, get online. But other than that, brothers and sisters, you all be safe, and keep your head on a swivel. Shalom, brothers and sisters.